Hi there, creative! Are you short on space? But you always wanted to build that router table everyone else is having? You might think that this will help you, and you most probably never used this one before. So stay tuned and let me show you how to mount your router on the wall and save plenty of space. I started by marking the exact place where the router and the two guiding pipes will be situated. I used the router to make the straight cuts on this 1 cm thick laminated material from a very old wardrobe, which was just perfect for my project. I always prefer to use some old wood or to transform furniture into something new. So it is good to make the two cuts as tight as possible so the rails will not start moving after a while. If you are planning to use the router guideline again, you can easily find similar rails in the stores and use them for this purpose. After the cuts were done, it was time to make space for the router itself. I used the miter saw to make the straight cuts and then the jigsaw for the round part. This was probably the easiest process from this project. Now it was time to place it all together and form the router tabletop. I used some glue and screws to make it last, and a stronger glue for the two guiding pipes. Later on I added some activator as well, just to be sure that they are not going somewhere. This is a very important task to do because I will be placing on and off the router, and every single time I will put them under some pressure, not mentioning all the vibrations while the router is working. As you can probably see, my working space is very limited. It is a garage where I also park my car. This is the reason I wanted to mount this on the wall and not build a table for it, which will consume additional space. to make some stable construction for the tabletop, then I realized that I do not need that much of a strong basis. I will not work on very large pieces here and they will not be that heavy. I made these tiny legs and I also added these two wheels. So far everything was good enough. It is not looking that great, but it's just fine for me. It was time to mount the tabletop to the wall. I first added these two additional holders just in case, and they did a lovely job later on keeping the router fixed in place, and I rarely have to use the two winding tools. Here you see me working on an additional piece which will be placed above the two legs and it will hold them tight so they do not move. I made a similar one on which I placed the car lifting tool that will help me to easily navigate the router up and down. I strongly advise you to use that tool if you're planning to make a similar project. There are many ways to build this and most probably mine is not that appropriate, but that tool is doing an amazing job. This is the first time I am actually putting it all together and it was truly a pleasure seeing that it was perfectly leveled. I immediately started working on my new toy to build the router table fence. I wanted to be able to collect the dust because the router makes a lot of it, and I have also added two stopping wheels to keep it in place. later on realized that the bits are not showing enough from the tabletop and could use only a few of them properly. I ordered this extension which solved all of my problems, and now I can do plenty of stuff with my new router table mounted on the wall. Hope that you enjoyed this video as much as I did, and that I gave you at least one good idea. Subscribe to this channel because you're gonna make my day even more wonderful, and I promise you lots of good stuff in here. Stay tuned and see you next time.